I'm honestly gonna thank the honey badgers for informing me about this ode to cancer that we are going to explore today.
Mm.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So this website's called Mel, just so you know. And it's a male feminist website. And I'm in the health section of their articles. And 80% of them are about taking a shit. I don't know what that has to do with feminism, but okay.
Maybe because all of them are fucking vegan at the
Yeah,
same time, maybe?
true. Like, um.
Fucking cause-head womanist motherfuckers. Mm.
Damn, Ale, fuck. Okay. So, to avoid prostate cancer, I gotta make a reference to this. To avoid prostate cancer, chug coffee like your life depends on it, which it actually might. Here's the irony. How many fucking times have you heard feminists say, "Well, prostate cancer just shouldn't be funded because it only happens in your 50s. Breast cancer happens in your 30s. Should we wait for that?" Like, which is the most funded cancer, might I add. Prostate's the least funded and the most lethal. That only affects men, might I add. The most lethal cancer of all of them is prostate. It's quite rare, but it's when it hits you like a ton of bricks. Like, I'd rather get fucking liver cancer than fucking prostate cancer any fucking day. And cancer's not fun. It's not. I've known quite a few people who've battled that kind of shit. But fuck, guys. The fact that prostate screening isn't even covered by fucking Obamacare, which of course it isn't. Uh so also, what does Bruce Willis have to do with health? I get he's like 102, but other than that, like fucking like other than that, what does that have to do with health? So this is 6 months ago. Um, okay, these are I there's so many fucking contradictions. This is male
Oh
feminist.
dear.
Is the penguin exercise finally going to give me the
No,
chiseled core of
no.
my dreams? I thought that was toxic masculinity, working out and getting buff, even though bitches love it. So,
Sam.
you know, can spite ever be a healthy motivator? I don't know. Ask
Right.
your average feminist. They can tell you a lot about spite. Men get sad after sex. Now we have a concrete answer why. God, I don't know if I want to do that one. I'm just gonna pick one. I'm just gonna pick one and go for it. See, poop, fucking Buff Boys peanut butter. What the fuck? Uh, backflip through your asshole. That's a fucking title. Meet the tiny futuristic robot that's going to backflip through your
We
asshole.
get it. You're all cocks.
Yeah,
Calm
we we,
down.
we get it. You have a scat fetish. Calm down. Can you poop out your stress? We just took another step toward the perfect gentle robot hand job because they can't get it from a woman.
Because no woman loves you.
Yeah, because no woman loves you, even though you cuck for their religion.
And this is all cuck talk to me.
Yeah. Is gargling actually the right way to use mouthwash? I'm pretty sure feminist males know a thing or two about gargling. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Uh,
Um, how to warm up a freezing cold toilet seat? How the fuck is that health? What's in this candy canes? I guess that's health.
this is just an entire website saying, "Hey, I'm a huge cuck." The website.
Yeah. I I don't know how I feel about the term cuck. It's basically like, oh, you can't please a woman, therefore you're less of a man.
I
That's
don't
that's
like it, but they are acting like it.
They are. It's kind of like when you use the term nagar specifically to describe people who hate those people, saying they act like it, and then you get banned from Patreon. I'm not referencing anyone specific. Anyways, Cheesecake Factory brown bread. Let me guess, it's poop. The one thing that's proven to treat insomnia is it sheep poop. You fuckers in your poop. The side-splitting history of the coregasm. What the fuck is a
Hmm?
coregasm? Side-splitting history of the core. I have to click on this just because I don't know what the fuck it is. What's a corgasm? Are exercise? Oh, exercise-induced orgasms. A load of bullshit or the load of a lifetime? Um, without even reading again, I haven't read any of these articles. I'm going through this with you on this journey. Okay, this is us. This is the familial bond that we have going through this tripe together. And I'll tell you
We
this.
have to tell mom.
Yeah, we have to tell mom. I'll tell you about this. I knew a guy who when I met him in high school, he was pretty chubby. He had a big belly. He was kind of big, kind of chunky looking, you know. And he was thinking we were in this teacher's weightlifting program. Teacher's name I think was Benoit or something like that. And we were in his weightlifting class, and which was an after school
Holy
activity
Jesus.
thing. That's a lot of ice cream. And this after school
That's
activity.
not ice cream. That's key lime pie crust.
Oh jeez. And we were in this after school activity thing, and he was telling me that he wanted to give up because it was getting rough, and he had a bump basically. And I convinced him. I said, "Hey, look, you've been doing good for this for a month now. Just keep at it, and next thing you know, you'll be fucking benching more than me." And sure as shit, he's fucking in the military now. He's ripped as fuck. He's like a fucking marine. Like, yeah, yeah. Like he's like a fucking marine. Like he's jacked as fuck. Loves protein powder. Like
Mm.
exercises every day. Like,
Just don't have soy in it.
no, it doesn't. Especially with his arms. He's a big arm guy. Like he loves building up his arms. He's a big arm builder.
That's actually one I want to work on because other than that, my legs are like the strongest.
Yeah, yeah. He's got pretty built legs too. I mean, he's built all over, but he really likes working out the arms. And he used to explain, not just okay, that's a friend of mine, but then you got fucking Schwarzenegger, who in the '80s said, "I'm coming day and night. I'm coming in the gym and I'm coming at home. It's amazing."
Mm.
Like that's so there is some history to this. There is like people who exercise like the Dickens do talk about getting this rush of euphoria when they work out and when they hit a certain amount. When they hit basically with working out, you're supposed to go to your limit,
I've
past a little
actually
bit.
felt that limit. I've
Yeah.
actually felt that high before.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Like
it's
you're
like,
you're
huh,
supposed to get there and then what you
okay.
do after that builds you up. You're supposed to get to a limit where you're going past your norm and then you start building muscle after that. Lactic acid breaks down muscle, builds muscle, all that stuff. And getting to that point can cause euphoria. I've seen it dozens of times. So we're going to see how fucking bullshit this is. Because I know they're going to call it bullshit. Last week, Redditor Berserk Boulderer, metal name, described going on a camping trip with friends. After returning to his sleeping area, that's ominous. No mention of whether this was a cabin or a pup tent. What the fuck is a pup tent?
Pop up tent.
Oh, I guess. He went to bed and woke up a few hours later, whereupon he felt a very extreme pang of pleasure from deep inside me. Oh. Oh, this is explicit. He then realized he was getting there, but the process of reaching climax took forever. All these quotes. My whole body was pulsing in rhythm with my heart and alternating between hot and cold. It sounds like an orgasm to me, which the posture described as superior to a prostate orgasm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Superior. Um, I hate to break it to you guys, but that's a lot of things. that's that is not the pinnacle of orgasm. Just saying, not the pinnacle. Just saying. And felt much more like what a female orgasm is described as with the slow buildup and afterglow. Male orgasms do that. They have the slow buildup, they have the afterglow, all that stuff. And men can have orgasms. That is possible. Granted, typically you have to activate the prostate typically. But other than that, you don't if you do it once, you don't need to do it ever again. It's just activated. Your body's like, okay, I'm ready. And it just stays that way forever. then you can have regular sex and still achieve a male orgasm. It's not some magical fucking difficult thing. I had no idea we were going to talk about orgasms today. I just thought it was going to be about working out. Fuck. Anyways,
Well, it did specifically say that in the title, dear.
Corgasm. I thought that was something else. I didn't think that was an actual orgasm in your sleep, like a nocturnal emission or something. Okay. While Berserk Boulder wasn't sure what had just happened to him, his fellow Redditors immediately diagnosed it as a corgasm, or a catchy, funny term for a very real phenomenon. I don't know why this is all in quotes. It's when you experience a spontaneous orgasm while doing intense exercises that engage or perhaps overtax the core. Interesting. Here's the whole Reddit thing, post thread in question. Corgasms are, of course, easy to dismiss. Yeah, you can just dismiss orgasms. They don't exist. It's not like the female orgasm is completely unnecessary. You're welcome, ladies.
I mean,
Like,
you can hide the fact you're experiencing one,
well, yeah,
but it's hard sometimes.
yeah,
If it's, if you're doing it to yourself,
yeah.
it's very easy.
To
If somebody's doing it with you, it's very,
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah, no, that's true. And a lot of that has to do with how we pair bond. We pair bond through sex in many cases. And doing that allows us to connect with a specific partner. We're meant to
Don't
be
have a lot of sex, kids,
Yeah,
because it'll fuck you up.
we're meant to be monogamous, by the way. That's the whole point of having fucking children, is being monogamous. And um we're meant to do that, and so we're meant to pair bond with our partner that we subjectify, not objectify. There is a difference. We subjectify our partner, see them as subjects sexually and participants sexually, and that is what we are aroused to. Whoever our partner may be, depending on our sexuality, doesn't matter. uh all that is very accurate with just pair bonding in general.
Although a lot of people who claim a certain sexuality nowadays are only this way because of culture. I mean, some aren't, some are.
Yeah, I think culture is a big influence in sexuality, but even then, it's only like 15%, if that.
Mm,
Like about being gay.
but
Like
well,
for
not just being gay. I'm
well, I
talking
know.
about everything, like
Yeah.
any LGBT anything.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it's more culture than actual thing.
There's not much evidence that it's biological, because, for example, there were tons of, like, in the 50s and shit, there were tons of gay men who had wives, who fostered children, sired children, and those children were never gay. You know what I mean? So they never grew up to be gay. You know what I mean?
I have a counter.
Huh.
I actually know a family
Huh.
where only one son is straight.
Oh wow.
It's two brothers. One is gayer than hell.
Yeah.
One is straight, and they have two moms. Yes, the moms are lesbians.
That's proof that it's more culture than it is.
Yeah.
You're.
I'm just saying. There's a counter.
That's proof that it's more culture. I think you're right about that.
Not to mention how many women have become bisexual.
Yeah, no shit. Like.
Or the amount of non-binary, just
Yeah.
because they all hate men.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not really about not wanting to be a woman, it's hating men.
Yeah, it's about not being male than it is about being female.
Because all of them are still effeminate.
Yeah, they're effeminate, and they all shun their masculinity. There was one that I wanted to do about the Y chromosome literally killing you because toxic masculinity, bro. I was gonna do that one, but this one spoke to me. Actually, I might do both. If this one doesn't take too long, I might do both.
Let's do both.
Yeah, let's do both. Okay. After all, every few years, some spurious or overblown fitness story makes the rounds. I guess I don't see any evidence for that. Bodybuilders drinking breast milk for the gains, people inflating their biceps, influencers inflating their lifting numbers with fake weights, men inflating their testicles.
Inflating?
That's a thing? Oh, I can click on it. Okay, let's click
on
it.
Oh no!
Inside Synthol Nation, where fake swole is the goal. I don't know what synthol. Videos of hyperinflated hulks with limbs filled with oil often go viral on the internet, but what's really happening? Oil? People use oil. I've never heard of. I don't fucking know. It's probably just a fucking gag. Every foodstuff from raw eggs to desiccated liver, has at some point been held out as the hard gainer's holy grail, the sine qua non, the knee plus ultra, the staff of life. Oh my, fuck.
That's explicit.
That's.
Are you sure? What are you talking about there, bud?
Sigmund Freud's testicles, the third Octavian tuplet.
What they're saying is they want like fucking testes the size of kangaroos.
Oh god, no. What is wrong with you humans? I'm no longer human. I identify as an elf. Because I'm tall enough to do that. I identify as an elf.
I'm a dwarf.
She's a dwarf in the body of an elf.
A hybrid.
Yeah. She's like half dwarf, half elf. And we have like half saber cats that are half saber cat, half house cat.
A little more on the house cat, but...
A little more on the house cat. Okay. Which, of course, begs the question, is the coregasm, in quotes, of course, more of the same, or are they an actual real thing experienced by actual real people? You just gave an example of a real person experiencing it. And now you're like, well, are they real? I don't know. Do you know? You just fucking told us they were, diphead. In the terms of Andy Galpin, I don't know who the fuck. Oh, terms of experts. A professor at Cal State Fullerton Center for Sport Performance. That's a thing? Read the description of the presenting problem and found himself at a loss. No fucking clue, he writes over text. Meanwhile, Bo Hightower. Ooh, Hightower. That can't be the same Hightower. A New Mexico-based chiropractor, and it's not, with a robust practice among professional athletes. Guys, don't go to a chiropractor unless you want to be a cripple.
Actually, I know a chiropractor that you'll like because he doesn't like cracking backs.
Okay, good. As long as they don't crack the back, I'm okay with it. Because that is the biggest cause of being permanently crippled. Is if your back cracks a certain way, you will become paralyzed. Like it, I'm not shitting. It really happens. He's never encountered any coregasm while performing adjustments. Well, duh. He's not gonna fucking. Oh, wait. Encounter it from his patients or from himself? That's kind of unclear. To his credit, Anthony Roberts, a sports journalist with an encyclopedic knowledge of bodybuilding and fitness history, looked past the poster's confusing order of operations, for example. There doesn't seem to be any exercise involved. To address the term itself, I remember when it was coined, he tells me. It was in 2007, back when my beard came in. And the person who first published a serious piece about the coregasm was Cassandra Forsyth. That's a fucking name.
Is this still bestiality if the person you're dating is a werewolf?
I think it's half bestiality. It's only bestiality if they're in werewolf form during the event. If they turn into a werewolf and fuck your brains out, then technically yes. Why are women this way?
I don't know. But she's not letting him do it.
Yeah.
It's still weird.
Yeah, it's still weird.
Because he still tried.
Yeah.
It's like, no, bro, that's fucking bestiality.
Who is now a professor at Central Connecticut State University. Oh boy, here we go, Connecticut. I have roots there. Forsyth, who teaches physical education and health performance at CCSU, is impressed by Robert's memory. Yes, I first posed the question about a coregasm, an orgasm induced by exercise, on the T-Nation forums. What the fuck is that? She tells me that was back in 2007, and not long after that. Adam Campbell.
Oh, God.
Will you quit interrupting me?
Oh, God.
Just show me. Wow. Those are big spooters. Oh, they flopped. Those are big spooters. Now, will you quit looking at Facebook while we're doing this?
One big spider with a spider hawk.
Will you quit looking at fucking Facebook while we're doing this?
I can't read it anyway.
Well, listen while I speak the words. I speak the words to you so we both can deduct it. I like you joining me. Fucking Jesus. T Nation Forums. She tells me that was back in '07. Not long after that, Adam Campbell, now an editor at Men's Health, and I wrote an article about what did you do to me? Oh, you hit me with a cup of ice cream. That was back. Hey, don't put that on my foot. Fuck you. That was back in 2007. I already read that. Fuck. That article isn't online anymore, but more pieces kept coming out. You'll see something every few years on the Corgasm. As for the mechanism, it doesn't really fit the sketchy narrative in the Reddit post. It has to do with the positioning of the body during the exercise, not so much the amount of weight lifted for the intensity, Forsyth explains. Roman chair exercises or hanging leg raises can induce a corgasm. For a woman, it's similar to a deep vaginal orgasm. There's. Okay. Are you sure deep is just not like a synonym women are using to flex their big dick? Well, mine's deeper than yours, bro. Flex. Like, are you sure that's just not?
Okay. As somebody who, can I be TMI here?
No.
Can I be a TMI here?
Oh, fuck it. Why not?
As somebody who has
The
an
depth.
abnormally long area, it is very difficult to find partners.
Yeah.
That are actually big enough to get there.
Yeah. And I being 6'10",
and Chris is the only one that has been able to reach.
me being 6'10", you can imagine why.
And obviously, I've been with him for 3.5 years, so no, we are not breaking up.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
So obviously we're doing something right. Okay. And I suppose for men there could be anatomically specific ways to induce it as well, by massaging the prostate. Um. Okay, that's dumb. If the whole point of a corgasm is getting an orgasm while working out, which does happen, then what the fuck does rubbing your fucking prostate have to do with working out?
I have no idea.
Unless it's like a gay gym. Which I don't think they exist. So
yeah, probably not.
yeah,
Unless
so
they're like a BDSM gay gym.
that's just dumb. How does okay, massaging the prostate is essentially jacking off, essentially. It's just the internal form of jacking off. And somehow that equates to fucking working out or wherever the fuck it was. Working out while orgasming while working out. Apparently. Oh, women's health, how exactly how to have a corgasm. Okay, so you just proved it with this video. You proved that it's a thing. You proved that it's a thing for women, which all you feminists care about is proving things for women. So, by your standard of logic, then this is all the evidence you need. Is this video? That's all you need. You don't care about men. You don't care about men's health. You don't none of that shit. You are men, yes, mostly. Although some of you are, token Asians and token Whammons and all that other fun stuff. But the majority of the staff in Mel are white males. You can tell by the fucking names. Really, really white males, like whiter than me. Like, and I fucking glow, okay? Like fucking.
So do I.
Did you get your phone back?
Yes.
Well then don't react to anything you find. I'm making a video, damn it. God. Ow, my leg. Xander. Oh, what the fuck? A super heavyweight power lifter. Power lifter! Yeah, that sounds better than I lift weights, bro. Who's coming out on steroids story I told 2 years ago swears that the corgasm is possible for him. My ex said he would do his thing while. Wait, what? I'm not reading that. No, fuck you people. How is it I look up okay, this whole fucking website is about poop. All of it. All of it. All of it is about taking a shit. If it's about exercising, it's really about taking a shit. If it's about health, it's about taking a shit. If it's about wiping, it's about taking a shit. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Quit being into scat, you fucking perverts!
Chill.
Ah!
considering I think you just made something go.
Oh, with my raging T levels? Yeah,
Yeah,
figures. Yeah, no, I had a feeling. Well, I'm gonna inseminate the broodmare again tonight. Anyways,
No.
what?
Little piss coming out,
Oh.
motherfucker.
Ah, my ear. Ow, my ear. Fuck, don't do that. Hey, you asshole. Quit pinching me. Fuck you. Just because I made you laugh doesn't mean anything. Would you get that off my foot? Fuck you. Get that away from my foot. She tortures me, I swear to God. Anyways, I'm gonna skip that entire fucking paragraph because fuck you, you scat wanting perverts. Ron, another super heavyweight power lifter, an inside source about hands-free getting off, tells me that corgasms were an important part of his adolescence. I had a corgasm of sorts happen when I was a teen, after just hitting puberty. I was doing leg raises at home and noticed something felt good, he says. It proved an essential activity for the span of several months. It was actually the only way I knew to jerk off until I realized I could use my hands. God. Do I even want to continue reading this? Because it's about poop. It's all of it is about poop. Ron, but there are, Ron adds, a host of adult performers who can orgasm just by tensing. I'm not clicking on that. An entire genre, in fact, and one he has studied in great detail. He isn't quite sure, however, how this Reddit story, with no core tensing and no obvious exertion, fits that narrative. J.R. Powell, a longtime friend and fellow writer, spent the first half of the early aughts attempting to achieve the mental orgasm. Oh, a climax without the lifting of a finger or the gritting of a teeth. You can actually. That's not. It's possible, but it's easier to do a mental orgasm if you're like tantric sex kind of stuff. That actually helps with that a lot.
What?
The whole orgasming with the power of the brain. If it's like tantric sex, then that makes it much easier. Um,
Yeah, there's
always.
another form, but
Well, that's what I'm talking. That's what it's called. Well,
Is that what?
yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But ours is much faster.
Yeah, true. Well, there's different types of it, but yeah, no, it's the same thing. What was I reading? I was always laboring to achieve erection and orgasm first through the so-called hands-free method, and then via the head-free method. What the fuck does that mean? Or the ability to orgasm while awake without so much as the slightest thought. Guys, orgasms aren't just,
You act like you're trying to do it for sport.
yeah, A, you act like it's a sport. B, you act like orgasms are just as magical. There's a magical orgasm fairy that just flies out of your butthole and fucking hits you on the head. And there you go, there's an orgasm. It doesn't fucking work that way. To this end, pal. And here's what I don't get. Typically, they use the term orgasm interchangeably with ejaculation. And when we talk about men, we typically conflate those two terms. These people are using it separately, which tells me that they're talking about the actual male orgasm without actually talking about the male orgasm or how to achieve it. I don't think they've even had a male orgasm, any of them, honestly. They're probably all straight, as the MGTOW says, pussy beggar types, probably. I mean, as the MGTOW would say. But
Of course, a lot of these fuckers are also into, what I was saying earlier.
God, they're into some fucking dirty shit over at this fucking place. To this end, Powell studied John Climacus. That sounds like a synonym. The Ladder of Divine Ascent. That sounds like an innuendo. Focusing his attention on the 7th century monastic handbook's 15th chapter on chastity. In that section, Climacus, this isn't family name, but rather a derivation of some shit in Greek, or Climacos, meaning of the ladder, and intended to reference the fame of the book he wrote. Writes at length about involuntary and primarily nocturnal ejaculations and emissions and how they should be understood spiritually. Speculating as well about their possible origins, they were, Climacus reasoned, something God allowed to happen for a while in order that man, after such an accident, would of course, which of course is free from sin, may achieve the purest humility. So basically, way back in the fucking 600s, this Greek dude was talking about, well,
BC or AD?
They don't specify.
Well, kind of need to know here.
Yeah, no shit. They don't tell you that information. Basically, I don't know if it's before Christ or after, not after death, but what's the AD mean again? After Dominus in the year of our Lord, something like that. Something like that.
I don't know. Sean told you, and I don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's yeah. AD actually means in the year of our Lord in Latin. It doesn't mean after death. Although everyone thinks it means after death. Yeah, I know. I thought that too until recently. But anyways, it actually AD actually means in the year of our Lord in Latin. But it's like After Dominus, I think, something like that, some Latin bullshit. Anyways, and they're basically like, oh well, having a nocturnal emission makes you closer to God, essentially. It gives you humility. It makes it so you are more opposed, I think is the word. Climacus was interested in explaining why these orgasms sometimes couldn't be resisted, but Powell had another objective. How could such spectacular events being supposedly... Oh, Anno Domini. Okay, that's what it is. Free from sin be induced during one's waking state rather than at night. Climacus settled on the notion that perfectly resisting whatever passion was on offer was the key to transcendence. To have mastered one's body, to have taken command of nature, which is surely to have risen above it. Powell, by contrast, came to believe that achieving a coregasm without clenching one's core at all, okay, but rather via the tightening of the soul, represented the attainment of bodily mastery. When I ask him if he ever achieved that state, he shrugs. In retrospect, it was a metaphor for my ability to lose myself in a world that lacked outside stimulation or entertainment. He says, you and I didn't know that was called a coregasm, and I wouldn't have cared even if it did. As for Berserk Boulderer, none of my experts seem to be able to characterize precisely what happened to him. Oh, that's probably just nocturnal emission experienced during a period of twilight sleep, Powell theorizes. It's likely why he wrote that it felt like it took forever, which is how it feels when you're paralyzed in a dream, yet moments from waking up. He would seem that for Berserk Boulderer, as for many others, the actual coregasm remains elusive. You just showed us videos of women doing it. How the fuck is that elusive? Perhaps some more hanging raises
Only
on
women
time.
can do it, so magical and amazing.
Yeah, because they're mad. Oh god, let's Bateman. Oh god, this twat's last name is Bateman. Oliver Bateman is a contributing writer to Mel magazine. He writes about the extreme sides of fitness, the weirder sides of MMA and pro wrestling. Let me guess, he's homoerotic in nature. And the unorthodox lifestyles of professional athletes. His writing on these topics has appeared in publications such as the Paris Review, The Atlantic, and The New Republic. All jack-off rags. Ever since he was a little kid, he's been really good at exercising. Really? That doughy face doesn't tell me that, and that douchey haircut doesn't tell me that either.
What's he look like? Oh my.
I mean, he has at least some definition on the shoulders, but that's a really chubby face for an athlete. Okay, so...
I mean, I have a friend that has a natural double chin just because she's partially Asian.
Fair.
And it's just part of her heritage, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, now we're gonna do this one. If this one has poop in it, I'm gonna throw my fucking computer. I swear to dick. If this has anything to do with poop, I'm just...
What, are you just gonna put your computer down?
I'm just gonna yeet. I'm gonna yeet myself through a window, through a wall, till the cats leave me alone. Not where you thought I was going with that, was it? And fuck it, like, holy shit. Your Y chromosome is literally killing you. Turns out masculinity really is toxic, bro. God, the smugness. This is a recent article. The last one was like 6 months old.
So you're happy that you're dying.
This is like 5 days old. Ian Lecklintner? Lecklintner? What the fuck name is that? Get a pseudonym, man. My God. Lecklintner. God, that
You
that sounds like a
fucking
really
choke on this, you
that,
son of a
that
bitch.
sounds like
It's
a
not and it's not white stuff I'd like to give it to.
shut up. It's not a really. Is that not like the dorkiest nerd name ever? I'm Lex Littner.
God, y'all sound all like troubadours.
God, you people act like troubadours. You really do. Before we temporarily stopped publishing earlier this year, gee, I wonder why.
We used to slap you people.
Yeah, we used
upside the head.
We used to beat the dick out of you people. Like seriously, our days were spent waging war against toxic masculinity. Should I say my comparison?
A war?
Should I? Yeah, like these guys could ever fight in a fucking war.
Try me, bitch.
ALFs and Shield Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Okay. Have you ever heard of the term nigger rage? You ever heard of that term?
Demonetized.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit. You ever heard of that term? Cause actually, Random Cam said it, and he didn't get demonetized. Actually, I'm not monetized anyways. What does it fucking matter? I can say what I want. Fuck you people. Anyways, the thing is, fucking.
They're still gonna probably get on your ass.
Yeah, probably. But those terms are no different. They're no different. One is the Negro beast is violent because black. This is males are toxic because penis. It's the same shit. It's the same bigoted shit. We question why men refuse to ask for help. Gee, could it possibly have something to do with the fact that women will leave their asses if they're weak and vulnerable?
Because nobody ever actually shows them that they care?
Yeah, no shit. Like, what? Seriously.
Do you have somebody to talk to?
Yeah. Does your wife talk to you?
If you even have one?
Yeah. Does she let you talk about your emotions? Like Lintner? Does she let you talk about how dumb your fucking last name is? Like, does she let you talk about how horribly abused you were because of your last name?
And if she doesn't...
Yeah, and if she doesn't, then that should tell you something.
And then, do you have male friends to talk to?
Yeah. Does she allow you to talk to male friends? Or is it an all-female, vagina-worshipping oval circle? Anyways. Even on the brink of death. But, okay, look. You could cut a guy's leg off and he'd be like, I'm okay, hand me a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if a...
Tis but a flesh wound, that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, tis but a flesh wound. Like, that's legit men.
That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Tell the story about your dad getting his pelvis fucking demolished by a ninja.
My father, who was in the United States Air Force, he was a hydraulic engineer. He had this 50-pound component that he was taking out of an airplane. And he steps down a ladder carrying this component, and his foot slips, and he drops 50 feet with this 50-pound weight crushing his pelvis, shattering it. Cracking several ribs in the process, shattering a few as well. Did he cry out in pain? Was he crying? No, he said, "Fuck, I might need a hospital." He said might. Okay, that's what the fucking people who saw this told us.
With my dad,
you know,
this is gonna be kind of a multitude of stories because my dad just has like multiple minor incidences every fucking year.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
But one of the more memorable ones is one year this chunk of ice that's about a little bit bigger than a softball came crashing down from the old house that me and my dad used to live in and hit him straight in the head.
Ooh.
Chunk of ice, about yay.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Bigger than a softball.
Yep. Just a little bit. And then there was one day when he just got off work. I was kind of little. He got a scar right across his forehead, like a diagonal scar right across his, cut right across his forehead, like you could open it and see his skull. And he didn't want to go to the hospital. He said, "Grandma, do you got a Band-Aid?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, go to the hospital." And he's like, "I just want a Band-Aid."
Yeah, no kidding.
Go to the hospital. Fine.
Yeah. And here's why men do that. Men don't do that because they're toxic or hateful or bigoted or whatever the fuck bullshit you come up with.
The story that tops it all for me for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be the ice one, but no, it's the fact that I witnessed the fact that my dad was cooking. He's a very good cook. Yeah. And he and I were trying to make breaded pork cutlets. And we were putting them in the oil. And as he did that, the oil shot up like
Yeah.
hellfire and
Yeah.
covered my dad's entire hand
Yeah.
in oil and scalded it.
Jesus.
He didn't flinch.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He actually kept it there, like, he was more so pondering,
Yeah, no shit.
should probably turn on the oil.
Yeah.
That was most likely his first thought.
Okay, here's
he's just, and that just fucking baffled me. It's like, doesn't that hurt? He said yes.
Yeah.
It does, but he didn't make any fucking
Yeah.
emotion whatsoever.
And here's why. It's because women expect that of men, and men know it. It's okay. What do women want in a man, aside from being over 6'5" and all this other superfluous bullshit that doesn't matter?
The difference between me and other women was
I'm trying to talk here.
Like, you want me to join in?
Well,
so this
yeah,
is me joining.
but let me finish my points.
Well, the thing is, it is pertinent to what you're talking about.
Oh, fine, continue. Fucking asshole.
What makes me different is the fact that I actually looked at it with amazement and like, holy shit, that's badass.
Yeah.
Like, I actually looked at it like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah. I looked at it as an impressive feat of strength rather than a, like, oh, why aren't you showing emotion?
Yeah, no shit. You didn't belittle him for it. You actually admired him for it. Actually, you admiring is more normal. When people can tolerate immense amounts of pain, it is an admirable quality because it means that they are providers. They put others before themselves. They, stuff like that. Like the whole here's the whole rub. Women look to men to be providers 90% of the fucking time. Yeah, sure. Women look to men to be providers 90+%. That's always been the case throughout history. Women want providers and protectors. If men are breaking down into an emotional crying fest because a snowflake touched their skin, then they're not going to be a good protector and provider. Now are they when the enemy comes to invade and rape their women and kill their men, which has always been the fucking case. Men always get death. Women get basically, adoptment into a new society, though it is rough, granted, but they still are kept alive because women are kind of important that way, historically speaking. So again, like we're going to all these extreme lengths and everything to protect the women's. That's why men don't, ask for help. Because they're women. Because they are the help. Like fucking.
The help can't exactly ask for help when they are the help.
Yeah. It's the whole who will watch the Watchmen kind of that is dumb cliche, but you get my point.
And this is why we make circle formations.
Yeah, no kidding. Or skeins. Why men? Okay. Even on the brink of death, we expose the challenges guys face when they do rise to the occasion and seek assistance. Oh, challenges, guys. Let me see. If this is about holding the door open, I'm gonna punch you. The problem with telling men with mental health issues to just reach out. Of course, you show a black man being reached with colored hands, different colored hands. Those are very masculine hands, actually. Holy shit. When they do, there's often no one there. Oh, really? You acknowledge that? Gee. Well, if there's no one there, then who is exactly not being there? In families where there's no dad, raised by single mothers, in school systems where there's nothing but women teachers, in psychology councils for children where there's nothing but females. Like, really? Who's not there, I wonder? Fucking liars. We highlighted a special strain of diabolical machismo that left hundreds of thousands dead due to COVID-19.
Oh, boo fucking.
Hundreds of thousands. I fucking doubt that.
We have 8 billion. We have like 7 to 8 billion.
We have 8 billion people on the fucking planet. 100,000 is a drop in the bucket, dude.
It does not matter.
Now, if 100,000 people just die, the world's not going to notice. We're not. We're not going to fucking... There's 8 buggering billion of us. Okay. Now, a groundbreaking new study, and they have that fucking highlighted for reasons, has validated everything we knew all along, that masculinity really is toxic. You guys just hate your dick, don't you? You just hate your penis. If you hate it so much, become a woman because you'll get more rights that way. And yes, that is true. You will get more legal rights if you're a woman. We saw that with Chris Chan. Toxic Y chromosome.
Even though he deserves to be literally beheaded.
I don't know the whole fucking story. I just know that I knew he was a weirdo. I always knew that he was just kind of a creeper, and he wrote fucking Sonic hentai, which is even more creepy. But other than that, I don't know much about him.
Maybe we could do a video on him?
Maybe. Repeat expression. I kind of don't want to jump the bandwagon, to be honest, because everyone's fucking talking about it.
Well, I would watch those other videos that I sent.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna watch 72 hours of fucking this dude being a dick off. That's fucking nuts, man. I barely watch.
I would only watch like the last few videos, really.
I'd only
talk about like the recent stuff, maybe not, and get just a baseline thing of the past.
I'd only watch 72 hours of content if it was like fucking Razor talking about politics,
I know.
or fucking or something interesting, or like a history documentary.
I know. I'm just saying, watch the last few videos.
Well, yeah, I get that, but my audience doesn't know this. All three of them. Hi guys, how you doing? Anyways, the thing is, okay, increased repeat expression and age-associated heterochromatin loss in male Drosophila with a young Y chromosome. What the fuck does that mean? Sex-specific differences in lifespan are prevalent across the tree of life and influenced by heteromorphic sex chromosomes. In species with XY sex chromosomes, females often outlive males. Really? They outlive them? Gee, I wonder why.
Are you really saying that that's actually what's killing you?
Yeah.
It's not your chromosome, motherfucker.
It's the fact that you work all the dangerous jobs.
It's because you work dangerous jobs. You're always out in the wilderness. You're supposed to be... You are sent to be out there, and men have learned to like it.
Men seek danger. Do you know why? Because where there's danger, there's glory. We have experienced that through time began. How many myths and stories and even biblical stories are there of going to the mountain and you discover the commandments of God? Go to the mountain, across the mountain, and you discover a new world that no one's ever experienced. You bring back fortunes untold from this mountain that you traversed by yourself before fucking donkeys were a thing. Like, the stories since time began talked about us adventuring into the wilderness and finding glory. Men seek glory for their family and friends at their own cost. By sacrificing themselves. We would not have society if it was not for men sacrificing their fucking lives, building steel girders at 800 feet in the air. However fucking tall it was. So, okay, just by reading this first sentence, I know that it's bullshit, because you're trying to say that since women outlive men, therefore the Y chromosome is killing you. That's stupid and a weird fucking assumption, so I debunked that without even fucking reading it. Okay. No, seriously, simply existing as a man will kill you. No shit! It's cause there's no fucking, there's no support for men. There's no victim shelters for men. I was abused by my fucking girlfriends and shit. There's no fucking place for me to go to for domestic abuse. I was hit with a fucking wok. There's no place for me to fucking go to. Right? But no. Men are stronger, and that's why we gotta have 99% women shelters. Sorry, I get loud at times. As you may know, men are generally quicker to die than women. I wonder why. And there's been plenty of speculation around why. God, you fucking idiots. Guys take bigger risks. No shit, they have to. Or they drown. It's sink or swim. If guys don't take bigger risks, then they'll never get a girlfriend. Have more dangerous jobs, commit suicide more often, and less socially connected. Men are just as socially connected as women, but men are socially connected shoulder to shoulder. Women are socially connected face to face. There is a difference. Avoid doctors and just generally don't take care of themselves. Yeah, because they're too busy focusing on their woman, who they think is weaker than them and therefore deserves more rights. You see how that works? But this study, published in the journal PLOS Genetics, suggests an explanation much more ingrained in the bodies of men. Our Y chromosome is more prone to mutations, specifically repeative sequences. Fucking any geneticist could have told you that. Just because the Y chromosome is more prone to mutation doesn't mean it's going to kill you. It's not radioactive, which can result in toxic side effects. I think Marie Shark Tooth syndrome actually is passed by the male, I think. I know a female that has it, but I think she got it from her dad. Specifically repeative sequences, which can result in toxic side effects, including impaired memory, DNA damage. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but you get it from either parent. You don't just get it from the dad. You can get it from either parent. Accelerated aging, and of course shortened lifespans. Progeria. Shortened lifespans is not because your Y chromosome. It's because you died in a coal mine providing for your wife and kids.
You ever hear of black lung?
You ever hear of black lung? You know how terribly that shortened lifespans? Let me put it this way. A bunch of women got black lung. You know what we did as a society? We banned women from working those jobs. So instead, children had to work those jobs. And then we got to a point where we said, okay, maybe children shouldn't get black lung. And we banned children working those jobs. You know what we still did? We still made men work them. Because fuck them. We don't care about their health and well-being. Or as the study authors put it, Y chromosomes can be toxic. God. You think you're the wise man, don't you? You really think you're the king of turd fucking mountain. You people actually fucking believe that you're the kind ones. You're the compassionate ones who look down on the trodden troglodyte struggling for life. And you look down on this amoeba that's suffering and can't breathe. And you look down and you spit on it and you say, you're fucking toxic. I'm compassionate. Look at me. That's what you fucking people do. That's a little close to my computer.
Well,
thank you. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind you playing it.
fucking finally.
On top of that, men lack a second X chromosome. Women have 2 X chromosomes. Whereas guys have 1 X and 1 Y. Since you're dumb and never went to American high school, that means mutations to our only X chromosome can't be masked by a second copy, leaving us more vulnerable to genetic hiccups than women. That doesn't mean it's going to kill us. Just because it can mutate more doesn't mean it's going to kill us. If anything, it means we're going to evolve faster. If anything, this could be yet another reason why men are generally quicker to depart from this godforsaken earth. Wow, very, very goth of you. Fuck. In other words,
How male sounding.
How male sounding.
Surprising.
Mm-hmm. God, it's probably written in male fucking. I was gonna say blood, but that might give them ideas. It was written in the.
I'd write stuff in my blood.
It was written in the scat of men, because this website is obsessed with that crap. Fucking
Apparently.
literally. Oh God, that's disgusting.
You guys seem to want to talk about men a lot.
You talk about men and shit so often. It makes me think you have a gay scat fetish. It really does.
You probably do.
You people probably fucking do. In other words, the makings of a man are the death of a man. Okay, that is pretty goth, but
that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. We are Y chromosomes, and to Y chromosomes we shall return. We are to dust, and dust we shall return. It's Henry the Bastard. I, a man, am destined to die by the chromosome that made me.
No,
oh
the fuck. Okay.
A ticking time
Black
bomb.
lung.
A ticking time bomb from the moment I was gifted and cursed with a dangling peen.
God forbid you be blessed with something like that.
Cursed,
rather.
This is Am I a good male feminist? That's that whole fucking paragraph. It's nothing but am I submissive now? Like fuck.
Am I better now,
Am I
madam?
better now? So my
Have
dear,
I serviced you well, madam?
yeah, have I done good, mistress?
Ew, God, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting. So, my dear Y chromosome friend, enemy, and silent killer of many good men. Oh, you don't care about men. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck? What the, son of a. Okay, whatever. My fucking computer's fighting me. We're continuing the fight against toxic masculinity, literal
There is
or
the
otherwise.
What about toxic femininity?
Yeah, which doesn't exist to these fucking people. And we will put an end to it once and for all. That sounds like a threat. We will put an end to it once and for all. It's my dying wish.
Is it?
That is. Are you gonna start killing people like Littner? Are you gonna start killing people? Is a staff writer at Mel. He mostly writes about everyone's favorite things: sex, drugs, and food.
Are you fat?
No, he's actually like. Honestly, if it wasn't for the drugs, I might think he would have been cute one day. One day. One day. You're not there yet, buddy. I
probably wouldn't never think he's cute anyway.
Probably not. Honestly, I wouldn't piss up this man's ass if his belly was on fire. Fuck him. Fuck you, Leck Lintner. You fucking cuck.
Like?
He looks like a fucking. What's that dude from Nirvana? The fucking drugged out one that blew his brains out?
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. He looks like a Kurt Cobain wannabe. If you want to be a musician, be a badass. Be like Lemmy. Be like fucking Peter. Be like King Diamond. Be like a badass. Don't be a fucking, cocaine sniffing fucking druggy deadbeat. He kind of looks
like a version of like Chris Cornell and like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, he does.
And not a good mix.
Are you just the bastard child of Nirvana? Is that all you are? Are you just a bastard child? You look like a bastard, don't you? You fucking lying sack of shit. Okay, let's look at this fucking actually shit. Wow, we're at an hour now. Holy shit. Gotta put my fucking cap on. I gotta drain the dragon. You continue doing these things because we do this in one take. We do this in one take, damn it.
I don't know what to talk about because I'm not looking at the screen.
Yeah, you're not. Okay, well then, just don't say anything. I'll be quick.
Okay then. I'm just not sure. I mean.
No, that's where I heard that from. Anyways,
do I want to know any?
No, you don't. Anyways, okay, we're gonna look at this bonus.
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck you were listening to. Or singing there.
It's an old British song.
Okay.
From World War II. Anyways,
okay.
How Somnolence. Anyways,
Okay, why can't I know that?
I don't know. God, do they have to be? They always cut the grass like every day, like right when I make a video. Like that's always when they do this. Dear. Always.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You might have to scooch your booch. Get back in here.
Do ya?
Yeah, I do. Okay, we're gonna look at his evidence and see exactly what the fuck is wrong with his assessment, because it's fucking bullshit just by being skeptical. Okay. Where was I?
The fact that he says the Y chromosome is killing them
is
so fucking false.
It's so melodramatic. It's like, oh, woe is me, I'm dying from my own disease. By the way, men still have all the rights and still aren't oppressed because reasons, but I'm slowly dying from my DNA. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they just whine about it.
God, you
They
fucking
act
whiny
like
bitches. I'm dying from my DNA. Okay. Male and females can differ in their overall repeat content due to the repetitive Y chromosome, and repeats on the Y might lower survival of the heterogametic sex. Toxic Y effect. Of course it's toxic. Yeah, totally. Here we take advantage of the well-assembled young Y chromosome of Drosophila Miranda. That's an animal. I don't know what animal it is. To study the sex-specific dynamics of chromatin structure and repeat expressive during aging in male and female flies. Oh, they're flies. Okay. Male D. Miranda have about twice as much repetitive DNA compared to females. What the fuck does this have to do with humans? And live shorter than females? Almost every male species lives shorter than females. That's the point. That's why they can, blow a load at any given moment. Even if you mount them against their will and ply them full of drugs and Q-tips, they can still fucking get you pregnant because we have a shorter fucking lifespan by design. And not by design as in our DNA is killing us like you fucking idiots think. It's more so because our fucking we're more prone to death because we don't protect ourselves. We don't care about our own survival. That's always
you
been the
guys
case.
protect. Men are prone to protect the ones that they care about.
Yeah, men
instead
protect.
of themselves.
Yeah, men protect everyone but themselves. That's the whole point. We evolved that way. Sorry. Heterochromatin is crucial for silencing of repetitive elements, yet old D. Miranda flies lose some chemical equation modifications in their parencentromere. You people are just throwing in every fucking random scientific word you can just to confuse me, aren't you? Author summary. Y chromosomes can be toxic. The Y chromosome of many species contains a large number of transposable elements, TEs, which are transcriptionally constrained by repressive chromatin marks. When relieved of their epigenetic modifications, many TEs can readily move from one genomic location to another. We show that TEs located on the Y chromosome are less effectively silenced in male Drosophila, the fly, and the toxic Y effect appears more pronounced in a species that contains a larger Y chromosome with more repeats and more actively transcribed genes.
I have my nothing.
Oh, cool. Our data demonstrates that repeat-rich Y chromosomes are a genomic liability for males. What the fuck does that mean?
Sammy.
How did you guys get from that fucking oh, the Y chromosome kills you because it's toxic? But
Sammy,
where
what
do
are you
where do you
doing?
get that from? You just threw a bunch of fucking science sounding buzzwords at me and expected me to understand what the fuck that means. Better yet, you knew I wasn't gonna know what that means, and that was your fucking intention.
I don't even think you know what you mean.
I don't even think you know what you mean, motherfucker. Like, accepted February 22nd, 2021. Published April 22nd, 2021. Received September 15th, 2020. So it took a fucking year to accept it. Uh, like, guys, I was really good at science in fucking high school, but I don't know half of these fucking terms. Males have more repeats and live shorter. Well, yeah, you said that earlier. But you assume, based on the fact that they have more repeats, you assume that affects their lives by calling things toxic Y chromosome. That just because you labeled something toxic doesn't mean it's killing you. This whole fucking thing is stupid. The Neo Y is highly repetitive. and enriched for heterochromatin, yet to a lesser extent than paracentromeric regions, whatever the fuck that means. Note that while the Neo-X and Neo-Y still show considerable homology at protein coding genes, there is little mismapping between reads derived from the Neo-X or Neo-Y chromosome, indicating that lower equation enrichment of the Neo-Y is not an artifact due to mismapping. The Neo-Y harbors several thousand protein coding genes embedded in highly repeat-rich regions. All you had to do was say, oh, the Y just repeats a lot. You're just repeating what you said earlier. To evaluate if lower repeat content of the Neo-Y can account for lower levels of heterochromatin, we compared that same equation, enrichment virus versus repeat content for 5 kilobyte windows across chromosomes. As expected, genomic regions with a higher repeat density show more heterochromatin. Duh! Fuck it. You guys are just explaining the same thing over and over again. This whole thing could have been like 2 sentences long. Seriously. This whole thing. God. And that's your fucking proof? Really? A science buzzword article that had nothing but pigeon salad derp elephant candle? God. Dude, I hope, I fucking hope you hit the wall so hard that you realize your life was wasted on pussy and begging, and then you'll realize, maybe, just maybe, I should serve myself for once in human history. Maybe just fucking once I should actually, cater to my own needs, to the needs of every fucking bush that comes near me. God, fucking weeb. He might be a weeb, I don't fucking know. Lech Lintner. You might as well change your last name to Leckenstein. At least it would have sounded German and cool. Leckenstein. At least, actually, that is a word. Licking stone. Fuck. I accidentally created a word. Anyways, that's the fun of German. Anyways, wait. Can your dentist tell that you recently gave oral sex? Oh, God. Is masturbating while sick actually good for you? All you people care about is jerking off, shit, and how being a male is a self-flagellating retort. You know what? Fuck these people. Oh shit, I fucked it up. Wait, did I? Hold on. Oh, that's ironic. Okay, whatever. I'll just stop it from the side. Oh, fuck you people. This whole thing could have just been like, okay, too long didn't read. Fucking, we like poop, and working out is bullshit because we're all flabby fucking fags who don't give a shit about life, and all we want to do is please pussy all day, and that's all we think is good in our lives, is the whammons behind us and in front of us and up our butts. And then the next article was fucking, being a male is so toxic you'll die. Woe is me. I'm going to die. Snap out of it, guys. What the fuck? Look, you have a natural instinct to protect women. That doesn't make you special. That doesn't make you important. That doesn't make you God's gift to nature. It just means you're fucking normal. I'm sick and fucking tired of pretending that caring about women is this rare thing only certain people in the magical fucking realms of dignitaries do. Bullshit.
Not you.
Jesus. Fucking bullshit. Everyone cares about women. Fucking everybody. Except women. They don't give a fuck. Men do. Children do. Male children especially. That's fucking it. Women don't give a fuck about each other. Look at lesbians. Look how often they beat the dick out of each other. You know how rare it is for gay men to beat each other with things other than their dick? Pretty rare. You know how common it is for lesbians to use woks instead of dildos? All the fucking time.
Well, dildo hurts though, so I don't know why they can't use that.
You know shit.
You get a fucking black eye with them motherfuckers.
If you smack someone in the face with a dildo hard enough, you can break their nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, seriously. Like,
yeah, just a big fucking hulking thing of fucking silicone smacking in the face.
Thwack!
Yeah, I mean, those
like,
things
fucking,
hurt.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck. God. You people just... You know what? I'm gonna say it. Bottom deck fail. You troglodytic ancestral incest pod. Fuck you people.
Are you okay, dear?
No, I'm not.
Chill.
I'm going to inseminate you later. Shut up.
In a rage fucking?
Maybe. I am at that level now.
Alright, whatever.
Yes, dear. Anyway,
You're doing the movements this time.
I gotta go inseminate the brood mare. Goodbye, and fuck it!